let's do another trade question. This is from Colby Young. And
Yes.
Colby says, is there any thought of trading for Zegras as another young guy to pair up with Bedard and
Greg,
others?
your favorite topic.
No. I don't know why Blackhawk fans are obsessed with Trevor Zegras. First of all, the Ducks, he's not on the market, at least not yet. I know he's exciting.
Ask Montreal fans. They're all in on him, too.
I know he's exciting. He's having issues staying on the ice. And when he has been on the ice this year, he's been bad. He's been Lucas Reichel bad.
Unproductive. Yep.
Not a lot of points. Trevor Zegras, Luke Richardson would hate Trevor Zegras.
I don't know if he would hate Trevor Zegras. I think he would be a player that he would have to get creative on how to connect with him.
Yeah, I don't think Trevor Zegras fits the kind of mold Kyle Davidson is looking to build. He's young, he's fast, he's got skill.
Look, man,
If he was-
if Anaheim is soured on Trevor Zegras, I'm picking up the phone and asking. The guy has too much talent to just be like, pfft.
It doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, I agree. But I also think
He's
Anaheim.
22.
I also think Anaheim's just not letting him go.
I wouldn't think
it
so,
would
but
be
there's a
silly.
lot of smoke there.
So, it's going to cost you. You're not winning that deal, if that makes sense. Like, you're giving up something very important to get him.
But this is where you talk about the Hawks having these draft assets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've got almost too many picks. Kyle Davidson said it himself. Like, you can't have unlimited draft picks. Like, it sounds great and everything, but like at some point, if they hit, you're screwed. You got too many players. You only have so many spots you're able to carry. So
yeah.
I don't know. Like, the idea of Trevor Zegras on a line with Connor Bedard is very tempting. And no, he's not a perfect player by any means. And yes, like Riley says, he's one-dimensional. He's 22. You can coach him
Can you?
into being a better
Maybe.
player. I don't know he's having one bad year in which he's hurt. I don't know why all of a sudden Trevor Zegras is like albatross guy who will never be anything more. He's 22. He's got 146 points in 200 games. He's having a down year this year. He's been hurt, but last year he had 65 points in 81 games. The year before, 61 points in 75 games, and 13 and 24 his rookie year. He has been a producer, and the sample size is he's got 3 years of being not close to point per game, but a dependable scorer in a down year where he's been hurt all year.
A 60-point producer as in your early 20s is like that's pretty good. Yeah.
I don't look. I get like there was a lot of hype around him, and then he has struggled this year. So there's a lot of people that are like, ugh, cancer, bad guy. Screw that. If Anaheim's going to be dumb enough to give up on Trevor Zegras, I am happy to accommodate that error. I'm sorry.
My thing is this: when I listen to Luke Richardson talk about what he needs out of Lucas Reichel, that's exactly what I see. The difference is Zegras, up until this season, is producing.
Yes, that's the thing. You can live with Lucas Reichel's mistakes if he's pumping in 60, 70 points a year. Luke Richardson is happy to live with 70 points of one-dimensional play, but it's with Reichel not scoring and not doing anything else that you can't live with. And he tried for how many games? 50 games, 55, whatever it was. He gave Reichel every opportunity and said, like, hey, he is learning the two-way game. We're going to try him at center. Overall, we've been happy with the way he's played at all ends. He just needs to produce and needs to be more aggressive. I don't know. I think that if Anaheim's looking to move on from Zegras, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't pick up that phone.
Sure, you call and ask, and when he wants 2 first-round picks and all this stuff, you say thanks, but no thanks.
I would give 2 first-round picks for Trevor Zegras.
You also thought Ryan Reeves was going to fix the Maple Leafs.
It's fine, but I would do like. Look, you're talking about lottery tickets, and if I'm not giving up a top 3 pick for Trevor Zegras, but one of these middle of the first round picks, they've got a ton of draft capital. What are the odds that one of you get 2? Let's say you get 2 middle or late first round picks. What are the odds that one of those 2 picks turn into a player of the quality of Trevor Zegras for what he's shown his first 3 years in the league?
Yeah, no, I think I don't think you're wrong. I just think for the Blackhawks in the situation that they're in, the way Kyle Davidson is going about this, if they didn't have Oliver Moore and Frank Nazar, coming down the pipeline, then I think you're looking at a position where you might be like, we're pretty thin beyond Connor Bedard in the young forwards department. Maybe you say, you know what, we're going to sacrifice a first-round pick to get Zegras now. I think that makes a lot more sense. But knowing that you have Nazar, all signs pointing to him potentially being in the organization, as an actual under contract player, at least by next season. And Oliver Moore is probably a year away from turning pro as well. Like, I think the urgency to get that kind of player with Bedard is a little less. So you look at it and you're like, well, we got guys coming, and they're going to be under our control. They're going to be, under the mold that Kyle Davidson is trying to build this team in. So I think it's would it be great? I think there's potential for that, but at the cost that it would be, I just don't think they're in a desperate situation for that kind of talent.
I don't think it. First of all, I don't think it's going to take 2 firsts if Anaheim is truly sour on him. I just look. I am enamored with Nazar and I'm enamored with Moore, but as with any first round pick or any draft pick at all, you don't know what they're going to be in the NHL. You don't. Trevor Zegras, again, he's banged up this year. We're a year removed from him being one of the most exciting players in the game. He was being mentioned not in terms of talent, but in terms of exciting players that can't miss TV with Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. I'm not saying he's that level, but he was in that, like, Trevor Zegras is must-see TV, offensive skill, the future of the league. He's on the cover of NHL 23. He's a star, and he's got 1 year where he's hurt and not great. And Brandon reminds me here, he's playing for Pat Verbeek's team. Pat Verbeek is a weirdo. Like, he's a massive hard ass, and he's probably got a hard on in a bad way for Trevor Zegras, and it's not a good situation for him. I don't know. I just think that everyone this year has been so quick to crap on Trevor Zegras. Like, my God, look at the sample size. Look at what the guy's done in his career. He's hurt this year. He's having down year, of course, but to just dismiss it is foolish. I think that's showing like way too much faith and maybe a little too much of buying the hype on Chicago's own prospects, because we don't know what Nazar is going to be. We don't know what Moore is going to be. We're hopeful, but there's a reason that 17 other GMs passed on Oliver Moore when he was sitting right there, right? What was he pick? 18th, 17th, 19th? So and Frank Nazar was there. Like, they're not sure things. And if they are, and if you happen to have 3 Trevor Zegrases on your team, great. Get on the phone and go get some more assets and trade for a need. But to just dismiss him is, I don't know. I think Trevor Zegras is going to make somebody in Anaheim look real dumb when he gets traded to another team.
Maybe.
We all silly like the mayor.